Okay. I'm trying to make sure that this damn audio is muted for the game, like this music. If it's not, I'm not gonna hear no gameplay. I'm sorry. I'm not about to get copyrighted. Not gonna happen. Coach, it's pretty clear this Dwayne is junior offense. I'm just is that but if I can't help my teammates on the field, I like to find other ways to contribute in. Mentor, starting quarterback. Throwing under pressure, throwing on a run, breaking sacks. Start weekly training. The Jets play a cover. Make sure something real quick.
All right, gentlemen, we've been way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coach.
Man, they still got this copyrighted music. So y'all, the music is I'm trying to figure out how to turn this copyrighted music off. So the music is off right now. There we go. Good catch. Good catch. Okay. Come on, dude. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Prevent a first down. Prevent a first down. I don't know how I missed him. Okay. Come on. Good job. Good job. Good job. Prevent a touchdown. Good job. Okay, come on. Come on, man. Okay, this what we gonna do. Better not be no copyrighted music in this because I turned off everything. Let me see. Okay, I did all of that. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me just make sure. Okay, he said click on the right stick. Music. All of it's unclicked. So I should not hear none of this music in my videos. None of this is clicked. Then I go back. Then I go over here. Settings. 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 Volume control. Music is all the way off. So we should not hear no music in my videos. Okay. Let's go. Go back to this. And we shouldn't hear nothing. Okay, we about to see. See advanced setting. I don't know. Hold on. Ready. If I hear any copyrighted music, I'm muting the game, y'all.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Okay, so I still hear the music. Why do I still hear the music? Is it in-game commentary? No. Why do I still hear the music?
Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits third all-time in rush yards. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Vince Williams.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. His throw incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
And Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds, in the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
This is taken at about the 14. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Steelers are going on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback. Back in the NFL for the first time since 2016, it's Colin Kaepernick.
A lot of defensive coordinators are up late the night before they take on Colin Kaepernick because they know he's not an easy man to scheme against. He can beat you with the big arm, taking shots downfield, also beat you with his legs, either off of design runs or in the passing game by improvising and taking off.
First down run for Connor, not going to get much, maybe a yard, 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
There we go. Good, good, good.
Here we go now on first and goal. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Kaepernick. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Jets, nothing.
So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now it's Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018, he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Kaepernick going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Oh, he got possession on him and he pulls it in. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Steelers. That's the end.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jets, nothing.
Turn the music off.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is Connor. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bang.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Connor. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them out.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
To Juju Smith-Schuster.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Give me that. Both hands on it. They better not try nothing.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Thank you.
Chris Boswell now.
Let me see. That was... Whoa. Let me see. 1 foot, 2 foot. Was risky though.
For the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The tackle made by...
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9. Darnold throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
My dude didn't catch it.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold, he sets to fire deep. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5.
Kaepernick's pass.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 54 yards.
At the 4.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Look at that.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Connor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Steeler ball carrier.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
To number 30.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Boswell. For the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Yes, nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Now, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Now it's Darnold. They go with a screen to Gore. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Good for a
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He dumps this off underneath to Gore. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
48-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. They run. It's Gore. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's second down. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Most teams in the league hitting the three-quarter pole in the preseason. The whole league will be in action next Thursday night to wrap it all up. And then we start for real a week after that with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. To return, it's Cam Sutton. Oh, good move. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Steelers take over first
and now out come the Steelers. Now, their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it, buoyed would be the word, wouldn't it? Because right now I think his confidence level is so high, I just throw it out there. They will go get it, and we're seeing some fantastic catches and some great plays as a result.
Still hear the music.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Kaepernick now to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Bring it!
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Okay, good job, good job.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold from the gun. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, you could just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Hold on, wait a minute. Who is that? Medical Center. This player injury is too serious. Dang. I got 2 of my players. Wait a minute, let me see. He number 89. Yep.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
At the 3-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to run with Connor. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point.
Point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
Good job, y'all. Kickoff.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
22-yard line.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Fumble on the play.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his path. Numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Flacco looking for his first toss.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Flacco. Open man there is Malone. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go pass again with Flacco. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Complete to Ryan Griffin.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott.
Complete.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Flacco's throw there complete. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Flacco's pass.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
28-yard line.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to launch it for Washington. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 43 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Jets 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Got an open man, it's Scott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Back to back.
Another injury. Come on.
Good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike. Red. Defense, keep it up, guys.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Open man here is Scott, complete. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Flacco to throw here on third down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on fourth. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Okay, I'm about to mute this. I just muted that gameplay. We're about to finish this game. About to practice. There we go. That's my boy right there. Route runner, Ron Chris route. Give me that. There we go. There we go. That's my boy right there. See what you got. I got to build Joe. Tight end. Possession. There we go. Yes, sir. Come on. What we got? There we go. Come on. There we go. Yes, sir. I could turn it back on. I don't hear no music or nothing. Come on, Marcus Allen. Okay. Okay. Big smile. We're gonna go with blocking for you. There we go. Why are you not smiling? You looking depressed. Gotta pick up that vertical threat, brother. Blocking. Possession. Nice little smile. Okay. All right. Let me see what we can do. I just signed Colin Kaepernick. Ain't no free agents. We ain't about to do none of that. Plans to next week. Let's get it. Next week.
Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually contribute in games.
Let's say cut 18.
Easily see how many players you need to cut this week.
Your team has too many players, so you need to make some cuts.
Here are some recommendations to get you started.
We have plenty of depth at this point. A 28 overall. Yeah, buddy. Letting this play result in a net. Yes. 57. These is pretty cool. We gonna do. We're gonna try this one out for right now. Now we're gonna play the whole game. We ain't about to mess nothing up. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's see what them Panthers got for us.
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's been a good season for them so far, and they're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now leading out the Panthers offense, a new man in charge for 2020, a member of the Saints the last couple of years. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand new head coach, a brand new organization in Carolina.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball carrier.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
Good for a Carolina.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
At the 39-yard line.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater being chased out left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes, right side.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Chris Boswell.
All right, we back.
Well now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Fielded just inside the 20. Busts through the tackle. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Colin Kaepernick.
It's so difficult to prepare and try to defend Colin Kaepernick, and not just because of the physical skills they're always on display, whether it's throwing the ball downfield or running with the ball as well. But how about the leadership he exhibits, how his team will follow him, the smarts he has in playing the game, and, of course, the overall toughness. You can't run the football the way that he does without being a guy who's willing to take a hit.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field.
It's a gain of
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
There we go. Come
So
on.
on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they would...
Hold on. Wait a minute. It's clean.
say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33.
Taken down at the 33-yard line.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Steelers 14, Panthers nothing.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he fields it cleanly. Able to slither by. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly?
That's caught at the 25.
Here we go.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 70 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Let's go.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. He'll buy some time. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger looking for the end zone. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Come on.
third down. Roethlisberger going for it all. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays.
Nah, hold on.
To admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back. And it's a fumble.
Walker on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Walker, and that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Fielded at the 20. Pushing through tacklers at the 30.
Bring it!
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra. Point now by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the run, it's Davis. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. To throw is Walker. On third down. Pass caught by Reggie Bonifay. And now off to the races. Down the right side. And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Walker. The offense he'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Walker certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Walker throwing on third and long. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. He's got it at the 15.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington in the final seconds of the first half. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job.
Onside kick is recovered.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are halfway through here in the final week. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Panthers 3.
So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Complete to
James Washington, 76 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd and 12, Walker stepping up. He's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
3rd and 3.
From the gun, Walker. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Taken in at the 11. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well.
At their own 46-yard line.
James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he was really having a heck.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30.
That's how we do it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ray McLeod ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided, but you know who benefits?
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 19. Menu narration option is set to on. VoIP window option is set to VoIP window. Menu narration option is set to off.
From all those empty seats, you and me trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
At the 40-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
55, Panthers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think we're
under pressure. They got him again.
Sacked.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ray McCloud, 81 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Walker. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That's caught. It's Thomas. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a... And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 10 yards out. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
James Washington making his way back out towards the huddle. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. He's going to let it go again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field.
First and goal.
It's a big play there for the Steelers. 58 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
Chris Boswell.
Somebody got faked out. Who got faked out like that? Hold on, wait a minute. Okay. 1. He got his ankles. 1. Damn. Hold on, wait a minute. How to switch quarterbacks in Madden 21. How do I want to put my other quarterback in? Hope that's not it.
As well for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He'll run it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
At the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Walker. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. Joe Hayden on the coverage.
We got three.
Throwing again, Walker. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. 23 yards the pickup there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cassius Marsh just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 17. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, Walker. Steps away to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Walker. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Joe Hayden from his quarterback position on the sack that time.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 24-yard is down.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
69.
On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
A gain of
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run for Snell. Oh, eluding the tackle. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
9-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.
Okay, good game, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm about to end this stream. I'm about to fix my son some food, and I get at y'all next time. All right, y'all, I'm out. I am out. Catch y'all later. One, two, three, four.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put this player in your lineup and evaluate him on the field to unlock his true potential.